This XKR behind me, 2010, needed Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so naturally this video is about that solution. Welcome back to John Cleese Car Audio's YouTube channel. As I mentioned, we're sat in a 2010 XKR. This solution actually is capable of being added to 2006 onwards, so even if you have the older pre-my 2010 model, which is the 4.2 litre version Jags, we can do them all. We can add the original screen. It's pretty much an inobtrusive installation. It is a lot of work, takes roughly a couple of days to provide this installation, but you don't see really anything to actually look on in the dashboard. It keeps the originality of the car almost completely factory. Now the only thing we're going to turn the car on. Actually, let's get my phone connected, actually show you how this works. Start her up. Now this is a 5 litre supercharged version, so this is the best model available in here. Now we've got the factory screen on at the moment. This is the original Jag screen. I'm going to show you what you have to do. So we touch the navigation button on the screen, and then down by the customer's left knee, very easy to reach, which I've got my finger on right now. If I click the button, it actually takes me to the Apple CarPlay menu screen. This is currently not connected. This is the operating screen in the background, so you see CarPlay, you see Android Auto, and mirroring if you want to use it. And all the customer's going to want to do, they're going to want to go into Bluetooth on their phone, and they're going to search for the devices. Now if we just wait a couple, 10 seconds or so, we should find it. And it finds it there, Car Audio 85 CD, just the generic brand name of this product. Hit pair. Allow your contacts to synchronize, and then what's going to happen, it's going to do the handshake via Bluetooth right now. It's going to start connecting CarPlay, and my phone is going to say, do you want to use CarPlay? You hit accept, and then what it's going to do now is going to turn off Bluetooth, well not turn it off, but disconnect the Bluetooth part of the kit, and then go to Wi-Fi, because this is actually wireless CarPlay. So my phone's not plugged in, and up comes CarPlay on the screen, on all the original Jag screen. Now, there is arguments to say the graphics are going to not be as good as on this as an aftermarket radio, but we can't put an aftermarket radio in one of these because all the heater control systems work through that screen, and the only solutions available for a change on this screen are those unbranded units from China, which we will not touch with a 10-foot barge pole. So in our opinion, this is a far better solution from a UK support point of view. Customer keeps all his original heater controls, and it also looks original. Those screens from China, they just look very aftermarket, and this customer wanted to keep it as original as possible. Now, the touchscreen does not operate the Apple CarPlay. What we do is, in the ashtray just below the radio, behind this hidden panel here, if I open it, real subtly, we've mounted a nice little rotary control dial there, which the customer can hide if he doesn't want it on show, and when he does want to use it, opens it up like this, and then I literally turn the rotary dial, and as I turn the rotary dial, it's highlighting the information on the Apple CarPlay screen, like so, which my colleague's going to show you. So I can scroll around, easily navigate through. So if I go to like the Apple CarPlay home screen, click it in, I can then scroll across, go to Apple Maps, go to search, and then I can look for my nearest petrol station, which probably going to be a more common search on a 5 litre V8 supercharged. But we won't be going to a petrol station like Morrison's. We'll want to go to Shell because we're going to fill this car up with V-Power, obviously. Now, very easy to use. You've got a back button on this. You've even got skip tracks as well, because when going through factory stereos, a lot of the time you can't always use the steering wheel controls to skip tracks of the Apple CarPlay, so you've got the handy skip buttons down here as well. So it's a seamless installation. When a customer has their playlist going, has their navigation on, they can shut that flap, put their hands on the steering wheel and not actually see anything aftermarket on display. So it's a good solution from that point of view. What we've also done is replace the cigar socket underneath here for a flush twin USB charger. Customer wanted the ability to have a USB there but without an additional plug-in module, so we actually replaced that. That's a nice little touch. And yeah, CarPlay is as easy as that really. And then what the customer can do, they can use the back button on here or the home button. We can go back to the Jaguar screen now and use all the factory controls. We can then hit navigation. We don't have to push that button anymore because we've already pushed it once. It goes straight back to the CarPlay screen. And because it's properly integrated, when you touch your heater controls, that will also overlay over the climate control screen, and when you adjust the temperature, you'll see that. So it's not like when you're in CarPlay, you can't physically see what you're doing. It doesn't completely hijack it. It's quite clever. You still get the information of the actual heater controls overlaid on it. That's a nice little touch. That's not always feasible on most vehicles, but on the JLR group, we can do that. That's brilliant. What else was there on this car? Ah, yes. customer had factory DAB on this because it's a newer model. What he doesn't like is that aerial on the rear spoiler, which I'm sure my colleague's going to show you now while I'm talking. That actual aerial is going to get completely deleted, sent to a body shop and smoothed over just from an aesthetics point of view. You didn't want that aerial on the rear tailgate. I get it, it's not the most prettiest looking thing. So we've put a DAB aerial hidden on the rear window and connected to the factory DAB tuner. I've personally done a road test, works just as well as the original aerial, and judging by the customer's feedback from the factory DAB, it sounds like it actually works better. And can you see it, Max? It's quite hidden.
Yeah, well.
You might struggle to see it because it's right at the very top of the windscreen. I can't see it from my driver's position. I can't see it through the rear view mirror. And if I turn my head round, I still can't see it because actually the roof lining drops lower than the window, completely hiding it from the customer's view. And because the windows are tinted in this, you don't even see it from the outside of the car. So it's actually a nice solution for the DAB as well, completely hidden. But yeah, CarPlay, original screen on an XKR. What more can you ask? Customer can still use the volume up and down because it utilises the original aux in on the Jag radio, so he can be going down the road, listening to his music and using proper navigation, because the navigation that this car comes with is 14 years old now. It's no good. We want live traffic, we want Google Maps, we want Waze, or hell, if you pay for it, you can use TomTom as well. But that's about it for the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto solution for this Jaguar XK. Remember, we can do this from 06 to whenever this car was discontinued, can't remember the year, 15 roughly, we can do all of them and add Apple CarPlay to it. But for now, it's Connor in front of the camera, Max from behind the camera, all the boys at John Cleese, our great team here. I'll see you later.